Hey everyone, welcome back to another video, and we're just going to be talking about, well, the winter season anime lineup, and what shows I'll be watching, what shows I have absolutely zero interest in, and what shows I'll probably give just a single episode to just to see if it's good. This season is honestly a bit of a mixed bag. Personally, I feel it's a bit underwhelming that we're getting just a lot of repetitive isekai anime again, but also now the villainess trend is now here in full session. I feel like there's like 4 villainess anime coming out this one season, and nothing is really sticking out too much that is honestly grabbing a lot of people's attention. I mean, besides the main one, but I'll get to that in a bit. Personally, I feel this season is gonna play, well, for me, I feel like the season is just gonna play out that I'm just gonna stick around for just 1 or 2 shows and probably just give a 1 episode watch to the absolute rest, because yeah, nothing is really sticking out to me. Yeah, and I'll also probably just be ignoring most of like the sequel seasons coming out this season, like Mashle and Blue Exorcist. Both shows, I mean, I watched them, they were fine, but I never really felt like I needed more of them, so I'll probably just ignore them. Well, I think it's about time. Let me get onto the list of the shows I am interested in and the ones I will see if they turn out to be good. First on that list is the hypest one of this season, Solo Leveling. I've heard a lot about Solo Leveling. Not so much about the story, but just how the fan base is just so hyped and so fucking excited that finally Solo Leveling got an anime adaptation. Solo Leveling is the next in line to follow in the footsteps of Tower of God and also God of High School, previous webcomics that then got an anime adaptation, and they have got mixed review, which is what I would say. I mean, I've watched both, and personally, I felt that God of High School was honestly kind of shit. But Tower of God is, I mean, the story was interesting, but to be honest, I'm still waiting on season 2 to see if it's still, to hear more news about it. So honestly, I don't really know what to feel about Solo Leveling. I wonder if it's going to be like more of the same, how it's not really going to push the agenda, or if it's just going to be an alright adaptation. Yeah, Solo Leveling to me is honestly like a bit of a mixed bag, because I don't really know what to expect. It's got a lot of hype behind it, but the track record of webtoons turning into anime, I mean, they have all honestly been kind of mid, so I don't really know how Solo Leveling is going to be later on. I'll definitely give it a watch though, more than 3 episodes. Hopefully it grabs my attention, and I really want to stick it out to the end. Now, the next show that I want to talk about is one that I'm honestly a little more excited about, is Dungeon Meshi. This is the newest show made by Studio Trigger, and just by looking at the trailer and the art, you can definitely tell that this is them returning back to their roots, to the Little Witch Academia show that they did a few years back. And this seems to be their next in line, just as a fun adventure story, not exactly really pushing the absolute limits of what they can do as a studio, but just something to watch in the meantime, because you know they'll be cooking. So, and I mean, it's Studio Trigger, how can you not watch it? The one thing that's in the back of my mind before starting the show is that I feel that they might pull a BNA, where it starts off so good, where I'm just gonna watch it with the Trigger rose-colored glasses, but then as the show goes on, I feel like it might drop off. I don't know, because like in the back of my head, I had such high hopes for BNA, and this, I'm getting the same vibes as for this show, that it's gonna be along that same vein. So I really hope that they kind of, not really half-ass it, but I hope that they just stick the landing towards the end and just make a really good, entertaining show, rather than just the beginning being good and then towards the mid or the end it just gets kind of mid. Now this next show, I'm gonna butcher the name of this, but it's Dansuko Galwa Narawa Menkoi. This show, I don't feel I need to explain myself. This is clearly for research purposes, you can see. It's just cute girls doing cute things, and what they happen to do is just fashion. Yeah, and nothing more, really. It's about the culture, really. I mean, I personally don't really know much about fashion, but maybe these cute girls can teach me a thing or two, yes. It's definitely not because this is one of those ecchi, saucy tortoise series. No, it's about the fashion and the culture. Now, these last 2 shows, they're not necessarily ones that I want to give like a full 3 episode watch to see if it's for me. It's more along the lines of, I just want to watch the first episode and that's it. I'll be satisfied, because they just look like they'll be so much fun for just 1 episode. The first show I want to give a try is Gekken Masoi Kagaku. I really hope I said that right. And just watching the trailer, it's like, what the fuck was I watching? The purple tiger furry, the the guy getting bit on his butt by like a sheep or whatever. It's just it looks like a fucking acid trip, and I just feel like I need to watch just one episode to know what the fuck is going on. I don't get further into that, but who knows? Maybe this is like one of those diamond in the rough situations. Maybe it will be, it's so bad it's good, or it's like hot garbage. I just can't help but give it a watch. Now, the last one on my list is Hime-sama Goman no Jiken Desu. Jesus Christ, I definitely screwed that up. You can tell I just absolutely love saying the Japanese titles. This one right here is just giving me Umara-chan vibes. Like, the main girl honestly just looks like if Umara-chan was just a few years older, and come on, just look at the trailer. You can probably tell like her facial expressions are just gonna be like a bunch of profile pictures and just a bunch of memes. So I'll give it one episode. And yeah, that is just my list for the winter season of 2024. Yeah, like I said, not too many bangers right away. It's not like there's an absolute must-watch this season. It's more or less like, give it an episode or two and maybe you'll like it, or drop, or who knows. I feel like if I also don't particularly like any of these shows, I can just rewatch the ones from last season. Like, I just completely missed out on Frieren, so that I'll probably add that to this list also. And yeah, that's really about it. That's my list for 2024, and I don't know, maybe post yours down in the comments if you watched this far. So, hey, like and subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching.